pigeon.
So this is War Pigeons. That's one of the, well, it's one of the lesser played game modes in Battlefield 1. Well, just to give you an idea, these are the non-empty servers on a, well, it's early evening on a Sunday. Not a whole lot there. I haven't played it that much myself. In fact, the only reason I got on this server was because I was looking for the standard edition rifles, and this was about it as far as being populated. Well, the object is pretty simple. You want to be the first team to send off free messages via carrier pigeon before the time limit expires. It's usually 20 minutes. End of 20 minutes, whoever releases the most wins, and it could be a tie. It's played on a 24-person server, which is probably one of the downfalls of it. You know, most servers are 64. Can't really have, you know, mixed mode when one mode has less players than a typical 64 server can support. On the other hand, the way this game plays, with 64 people on a server, it would just be, it would be a mess, really. I mean, there's no other way of saying it. It would be a wreck. So again, the basic idea of the game is to capture the pigeon. After the game starts, it'll spawn. It'll show up on the icon on the screen where it's at. And it's just a mad race to get to it. You want to grab the pigeon, get to a safe spot where you can send your message off. It does take a little bit of time to write it. And while you're running around, it either doesn't move at all or it moves so slow that it might as well not be moving at all. So laying down in a nice safe spot while your teammates protect you is the only way to get that message off. As you can see, it's that blue bar is not really moving while I'm running, but as soon as I lay down, stop moving, then you can see it zipping along to the full circle. And once it's done,
message written. The pigeon is ready to be released.
E button from my keyboard setting anyway. The pigeon flies off, releases a message, and artillery starts dropping on your enemies. And if you also noticed, when I picked up the pigeon, the message was partially written. If one of your teammates has it and is killed, and you pick it up, you get to continue where your teammate left off. You grab a pigeon off of an enemy, you have to start over from the beginning.
A pigeon has been located.
So, the pigeon did its job, and the next round will start. The pigeon will spawn at some random location. This particular game, it happened to spawn right next to me, which is why this game didn't last very long. I've also played where it spawns in the middle of nobody, and big fight to get it, and it changes hands back and forth a few times, and you can easily run out of time before the third point's awarded. It just happened not to be the case in this one.
The pigeon is ready to be released.
So you're getting ready to release it, but you have to be outside, which makes sense.
We have released the pigeon.
And up and away the pigeon goes. Message is delivered, and the artillery will start dropping, and that is the third point. So this game is quickly over. So that's War Pigeons. Like I said, this particular game, at least from the few I played, was a little bit unusual in that it was kind of one-sided. But a more typical game isn't like that. One nice thing about this game is it really forces you to play the objective. I mean, you're not really going to be sitting back trying to pick people off. You have to get the pigeon or get the guy with the pigeon, otherwise you lose. It's, you know, not really geared towards, oh my god, my kill-death ratio, what am I going to do? This is just some clips from previous matches that were a little less one-sided. In here, somebody else has the pigeon, and the job of everybody is to protect that person. You're not going to do that on the other side of the map trying to snipe people. Here the pigeon's free.
Enemies picked up the pigeon.
Enemies got it. As you can see, you get a little red indicator, and that indicator will pop up and disappear, and then it will pop up again. This cycles through. So if you are the pigeon carrier, your enemies know where you're at, or at least a general idea where you don't have to be spotted. The indicator will just cycle through on and off, showing everybody where you're at, which is why it's important for your teammates to also protect you. Enemy pigeon lost. That occurs when, one of my teammates was able to shoot the pigeon in the air. You get a few seconds where you could actually hit the pigeon before it flies off and sends its message, in which case the round will start over. As you can see there in a minute, you'll see the pigeon taking off in that circle, and that's the point where you can hit it. I missed it, but yeah, this particular server was rifles only. If you have a shotgun or automatics, you have 2 or 3 guys shooting at it, there's a pretty good chance one of them will hit it, and if not, that's what happens. You get artillery dropped on your ass. So that's War Pigeons. Again, it's not one of the more popular game modes being played. But if you're looking for something a little different, something that kind of forces everybody to do the objectives, this might be something you might like if you haven't tried it before. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. See what happens on the next one.